There are always a whole lot of people wanting to do good in the world, and suppose we think something is good and is the right thing to be done, and suppose we give a call to others to join hands with us, and suppose they don't respond well enough to us, there is a tendency in us to get bitter about it. And worse, we may think that our good intentions makes it right to become bitter this way. See, others may be uncaring or insensitive, or they may have their own good things happening, they may have their own projects, whatever. The other end of the transaction should become secondary to you if you are adhyatmic, spiritual. Adhyatma means responsibility is always on myself. Adhyatma means something that is concerned with me. See, if I think something is good and if people are not listening to me, I must understand and accept that I am not inspiring enough. My words do not carry enough weight to influence others. My being, my presence does not mobilize people. I should simply understand and accept this. Only when someone finds us truly inspiring do they move in a direction that we suggest them to move. Otherwise, why will they? I am just saying what we already do in case of others. We don't listen to any Tom, Dick, and Harry, isn't it? So, if we want someone to listen to us, to take our suggestions and move in a direction that we want them to move, good intentions is not good enough. Because you see, almost everybody has good intentions. That's not good enough. If our intentions have to materialize, we have to enhance ourselves. When I say enhancement, I mean both inwardly and outwardly. I should be established and stable within myself, and also I should have the sufficient outward skills to make it happen outside. How much ever enhanced I am, only that much I can galvanize the world. And maybe, who knows, I may be able to move some of the insensitive ones also. The other option is to spend a lot of energy pointing fingers at the other end and grumbling about the insensitivity at the other end. That will not produce much. It will just increase the misery in the world. Now there is one more grumbling human being. Now there is one more good miserable man. The same principle applies the other way also when we give our listenership to somebody. Suppose I gave my listenership to someone and later I found them unreasonable or I found some problem with them. Then I should just accept that I was not perceptive enough and I was wrong in giving my listenership to them, and I should just stop listening to them and move on. There is no point in dragging the matter. Life is much simpler if we take responsibility for our end and work on our end. Because whatever energy that gets generated in such cases, if we simply spill it through bitterness outwardly, it is very inefficient. All that energy that gets generated can be instead focused upon ourselves and towards enhancing ourselves. Now, all this applies to spirituality also. See, I can influence you only to the extent I have earned your listenership. That is why I was sharing certain things in the previous video with you people, because you have been listening to me for a period of time and I assume that I have earned a certain amount of listenership from you, if not absolute listenership, and it may vary from person to person. So I was sharing with you that this happened with me, and if something seems useful for you in this, please make use of it. But some of you, even if you have listened to me previously, you may not listen to me now when I say such things. That is absolutely fine. Now again, what it means is I am not capable enough of making you listen to it. It finally comes down to me as far as I am concerned. So I will only focus on enhancing myself. I will only see that, okay, if I cannot inspire you, I cannot inspire you. That's a fact. I will not try to thrust anything on you, telling that you must do it, it is good, it is good, it is the right thing to do. Such things don't work anyway. Spirituality anyway does not happen through logical debates. So if we have a problem with a particular guru, I would say be hell with that guru and listen to somebody else. Why are we dragging the issue? Or if you say if you have problem with this idea of guru itself, then be hell with all gurus. Let us make it happen by ourselves, no problem. But let us just make it happen somehow. Let us not just remain as a psychological case. I don't see any point in dragging it. I'm just speaking practically, and I hope you are also practical. So I can influence others and you only to the extent that I have earned others and yours listenership, and you can influence others only to the extent you have earned their listenership. See, just because we have access to someone doesn't mean that we have their listenership. In this age of internet, we have access to too many things and too many people. Just because we get access to them doesn't mean that we have their listenership. Just because we think something is right, something is good, doesn't mean that others will listen to us. See, I may say great things and say, this is a great teaching and it has transformed many people and this and that. But if the listener does not see anything worthwhile in me, why will the listener listen to me? They won't. Even if they are husband or wife or children, even they will not listen. Forget about others. That is how human beings respond. Logic will work only to a certain extent, and we can make them listen to us using logic only up to a certain extent, and it may work well with outward affairs. But when it comes to the fundamentals of life, logic will work only to a very limited extent, and after that they will only see if something worthwhile is in you. They will not see what you are saying, they will see how you are. And there may be some people who will not get impacted no matter what. Even if a Buddha comes, they may not feel anything, they may be so insensitive within them. That's a different matter, fine. But being Adhyatmic means our focus should come upon ourselves, and we should take responsibility for what is happening in our life. That is why Swami Vivekananda made this famous statement, be and make, tell and make, never happens.